does a difference.
Here we are bottom fishing. Much heavier reel and rod, much sturdier rod. The sturdy stick here, much shorter and stiffer, and the multi-action reel. And there is a drag mechanism here controlled by the star. So forward is tighter, backward is looser. You want a little bit of resistance so as to make that big halibut or lingcod work for the line. We're going to put a spreader bar, a weight, and a leader. So this is what it looks like. We have the 100-pound firewire main line, a 1-pound cannonball, a spreader bar, stainless spreader bar that spreads the bait away from the weight. So when it drops down, this is going to go up with the bait on it. It is not going to get tangled in the main line. So that's how it works. So let's hook our bait up. Sometimes we use salmon bellies, sometimes we use herring. Through the eye, like that, pull it through like this, pierce the skin, roll it up, pull it through, and bury the shank back in, and right through the eye like that. Something like that. You drop it down, thumb on the spool at all times. Whenever we click it out of gear, thumb is on the spool, and we free spool it down to the bottom at a nice steady rate so as to keep the weight bending the rod tip in a nice controlled descent. Okay, all the way down to the bottom. How do you know we're at the bottom? It stops. Boom, it stops like this. Your line goes slack, click it in gear, half a wind up, making sure that the drag is set so that if we get a big one on, it can take line, and it's a jigging maneuver. Jigging like this. When you do get a bite, it's a little tap, tap, tap. Best thing to do is nothing, just let it take it. Eventually it starts to bend the rod tip, you put your thumb on the spool line, and boom, hammer it and start winding. I think the biggest issue with bottom fishing is just maintaining contact with the bottom. Here we are on the bottom, get to the bottom, boom, you feel the weight hit, click it back in gear, half a wind up, check your drag, and you should physically feel the vibration of that 1-pound cannonball banging on the bottom. That's what's going to attract the big halibut. It's not just the scent of the herring, it's going to be the vibration imitating a wounded bait fish on the bottom. So lots of big fish out there. Bottom fishing can be very exciting. You never know what you're going to drag up. It takes a lot of patience and perseverance, but hang on, because there's 100-pounders out there, and that's what creates the mythology of Rivers Inlet.